Yeah,
it's good.
Well, it was funny because I was gonna ask you, what do you guys expect to see out of like if when you think of a Nelly concert, what do you expect to see? Like 2025 Nelly.
Oh, 2025 Nelly?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is I feel like just a good time, for lack of a better word. Like, I feel like he has his kind of his vision for what a concert is like. It's nothing too crazy like an Usher concert. It's nothing too like Days Ago, like going to a hole in the wall show. Just like you come out, you see Nelly. I hope that he's actually rapping his own lyrics. That's my biggest hope.
You want to know something funny? I went to a Nelly concert last year.
Ooh, okay.
And then and I went with my boy, and it was not what I thought. That's what I thought. Mm-hmm. I expected that. I expected to see black people. I expected to see to hear the hits.
Right.
And I did not. He didn't do any of that. It was a country concert.
Oh wow.
He did our shit. He did our shit. Mm-hmm. Like our Nelly shit, right?
Yes.
For all of 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and then he did. I think he did Country Grammar, but he took Back That Ass Up and started doing Back That Ass Up on. I'm like, that's Wayne's truck. Why you got hits, bro? And then he waited to the end and did the Kelly Nelly song, mm-hmm. and he didn't even do all of that. He didn't do all of Dilemma either.
Man,
ooh,
he hit you with the tip drill?
No. We're in Valpo. No.
Bro, he gotta hit you with the tip drill.
And he didn't do no Saint Lunatics.
Oh, that is crazy. That is crazy.
And then afterwards, like, I remember me and my boy, we just had enough after a while. We walked out and the show was pretty much over. So he was thanking everybody and he was like, nah, fuck that. And then rewound one of the country songs again. Like, he was doing the country songs hard.
I love that song.
All of his country songs. And then he had a new album that was coming out, Heartland. Okay. It's a country album. It's not a rap album.
So you mean to tell me he ain't do the what's that? He ain't hit you with the Air Force Ones.
One verse.
That's one verse. Mm-hmm. What's the other one that I like?
It's getting hot in here.
Yeah, he ain't hit you with that.
It was hot in here. He turned into Back That Ass Up, and then started rapping Back That Ass.
He ain't hit you with both Country Grammars.
No.
The roof didn't even catch on fire.
No.
See,
it's
man,
crazy.
Nelly tripping.
No.
Nelly tripping.
See, when you said country, I didn't know that he got infected by the Beyonce bug for country music. So I just expected to hear Dilemma on a loop. That's what I heard for country.
No. It was that. It was only just a drink. Like, it was like 15 songs that sound like that.
And speaking on B,
I forgot he made that song.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of her fans are on social media dogging her out big time.
Still,
and they doing it, and they doing this way because they're saying that
she got bad timing.
Bad timing, exactly. Because they saying, why are you doing this now? You know it's tax season, and everybody ain't got the fucking money for for your damn concert because you're going on, off the shit for her cowboy album and everything else. But her tickets are like absurd prices, bro.
Well, I think that's just more. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbled. Because when you're Beyonce and you come out with an album, I'm gonna actually pull your mic a little closer to the left side of you. There you go. Yep, there you go. That's perfect because you're gonna be turning and looking at me too. So I gotta make sure. But you got to think she just dropped the album Cowboy Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When you drop an album, you tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's Beyonce.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna pay. You're not gonna pay K Michelle type ticket prices.
No.
You're not gonna pay Rihanna ticket prices.
No.
I feel like they might be like kind of neck and neck.
They may be neck and neck.
Do not agree, okay?
But
I know she hasn't had an album in like a decade, but if she had a tour, it would be a problem. See,
put it this way: outside of Rihanna, there's no other female artist.
I can see that. Yep, absolutely.
You're not gonna pay Nicki Minaj numbers,
Right. So
you're not gonna pay Cardi B numbers,
right. And they blast this time. They fighting back. They blasting her hard.
It's just circumstantial because this is when the album drops, and then the next time we can tour because she's not going to tour in the wintertime.
Yeah.
The next time she can't tour, she's gonna tour.
Exactly.
It just so happens that she did albums. Y'all wanted the albums back to back, right?
Yeah,
that's true.
What you think you was gonna get?
True.
And then like they constantly saying they was like, you shouldn't have won a Grammy, and you even said out of your own mouth that this album is not a country album, and you won a fucking Grammy. You shouldn't have won a Grammy. I'm looking like,
She didn't ask for the Grammy.
wow. I was like, yeah, she didn't
Technically,
ask
her
for a
husband
Grammy.
did ask for the Grammy last year.
He did last year, but I
Yeah.
don't think. I mean, I know he asked for it last year, but I think he was probably thinking that Renaissance would have got the,
Yeah.
if anything.
They probably was thinking if they didn't get her one this year, it was gonna be a real problem.
Was it Grammy or was it album of the year? That
It was a
the
Grammy
issue?
for album of
Okay.
the year.
Yeah.
He
For
had a
country
whole
album
speech.
of the year.
Yeah. So it wasn't a CMA.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a country music award.
Because you got to think about it. She didn't get any CMA award at all. Not a Billboard at all.
Right.
So, okay, well, let's shut them up. Let's give her this Best Country Album award for the Grammy. And it was a lot of people saying that it was albums that was better than hers. But just give it to her. Okay, all right. So it is what it is. So
Beyonce.
yeah.
I remember the discourse. I don't know if it was the year or the year before that, but Harry Styles had won over her. And it was the opposite. People were like
Yeah.
ready to go to war. They're like, what
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
And in my mind, like, I know Harry Styles because my fiance, she grew up listening to like One Direction, that group, and how they all have kind of transitioned to their own solo careers.
Yeah.
It is very impressive. And Harry Styles, he put on a show. So
He can put on a show, too.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Tweak it
I
up.
think either way she gonna lose.
Okay.
You think? Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
It's
just
just
a
a
lose-lose.
lose. And here's the damn thing.
It's a lose-lose.
Here's the thing. You can't make niggas happy.
No, you can't. No,
You can't.
Yeah, you know.
Look, don't go shopping
can't.
today. Now you just gotta go. Now you got money.
that you right about, because I got an alert on my phone. On February 28th,
Yeah.
don't go shopping at this store and that
saw
store and that store. And I'm looking like, man, I ain't trying to have nothing y'all got to say, man. Hey, look, I'm gonna go shop and do what I got to do. Your household ain't my household, so I'm gonna go do what the fuck
That's
I
not
got
the
to
point
do.
of it though.
Let me intro the pod. We'll get right into that. How about that? Yeah. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. Welcome to another episode of the Panle Podcast, where we talk all things black. Because I'm black, y'all. Because I'm black, y'all. Because I'm blackity black, and I'm black, y'all.
And I'm blackity black.
I think we need to. That could be our intro right there. That's our intro song. Hell yeah.
CD4.
Hell yeah. I am your host, Will. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, ladies first.
Hey y'all, it's Ayor.
Oh man, it's Coach Corey. I miss you guys, man. I feel like I ain't been here in about like dang on 300,000 years. It feel like that, but yeah, I'm back. I'm back.
Are you feeling good?
Oh man, I'm feeling good. I got sick. I had a real bad sinus infection, and you know the crazy thing about it is, before I want to say 2000 and maybe like 15, I never really had sinus infections, and I started working around smaller kids,
Ooh, that'll do it.
and
The kids
I can
nasty.
remember the very first time I got it. Man, I felt like, man, what the fuck is this? Am I like, am I dying? But
So is this the end?
it felt bad. And then just like last week, I told my wife, I was like, something don't feel right. I started feeling it in my throat, and then I was like, oh
Pause.
shit. Pause. Yeah, I started feeling the scratchy throat coming on. I was like, oh shit. And then from there, it went from the scratchy throat to a heavy cough, and then runny nose. Head was cloudy. I was like, oh fuck. And then went to the doctor. Text me, oh, you ain't got no dang on COVID or anything like this. Just got a sinus infection. I was like, shit. I was like, I already know the routine, man. Gatorade, water, lots of fluid, everything else. Give me the dang on Mucinex pills that I got to take
Man.
and everything else. And when I say I slept for like 3 days. It was like I was in and out of sleep. So I was like, I slept a lot during the day. And then in the midday, that's when I had a lot of energy. And then right around about 8 o'clock, all my energy was gone. That was it. I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm just gonna go to bed. So I'm good now, though.
That's good, man. I'm glad you made it out.
Yeah. Just crazy.
It's exorcism.
Yeah, I'm back in though. I'm
Cleanse your
good.
soul.
Yeah. Got to do that.
My man.
Well, I am the guest sit-in for the evening, and I'm happy to be here. My name is Cornelius Jemison. I am your corny food connoisseur for the evening, and I'm happy to be here and join everybody.
Awesome.
What's up?
Nice. So we were talking about, so what was supposed to happen February 28th was there's supposed to be a blackout, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to show them like black people can come together. Basically, that's what I got.
Who
from it.
coordinated this?
The internet.
The internet. So, a neighbor of mine reached out, sent me a text message, and it said on this day at this time for was it like 24 hours? Don't shop at Walmart. Don't shop.
The ones
at,
that took away the DEI. So like,
all these stores. Don't shop. Don't do nothing. Only buy the essential things that you need. Just don't shop. Don't do nothing. Don't give them your money. Don't give them credit card.
I know Costco wasn't on that list.
Yeah, Costco. Yeah. So everything, and it's just basically just trying to bring the black community together for us to
show them that
stand.
they need us.
Yeah, to show them that we can stand together on something for once. And I'm like, okay.
I think there's different ways to show the value of the black dollar.
Yeah.
I don't, I get it, but a lot of times what black people do is they go without instead of creating their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, well, they did like put out. Like I never knew that it was a black-owned grocery store. Found that out
Around here?
I don't want to lie. It's just like black grocery store. Like, oh, that's cool. Like that's new.
Yeah, I just sometimes I feel like we just don't do it organized enough. But what was the what was the general reception online about? Were people on the fence, or were people like, yeah, let's do it? Was there a side that was leaning?
When I had seen some TikToks, this Walmart was empty. Like it was just employees in Walmart. But when I get on Facebook, I see people like, I just went for the one. I just did this. So I don't know.
Yeah. I think I went to Walmart this morning. Really didn't get anything up out of there, but wasn't no blacks really walking around that mug.
I hate to be the black that goes. And then,
You the only one on a day.
I was just up in there and I'm looking like, okay.
You're like, I'm in and out today.
Right, yeah. Like, ain't nobody
Nah.
in there. So I think I went across the street to Myers, and I think I only seen maybe one other black person in there walking around. I'm looking like, okay. I was like, I guess y'all really taking this stuff serious. I'm not.
which
mad
good
about
if we
it.
can. Cool. I mean, I'm with it. But
Right.
Yeah. I was going to ask, what way do you think would be more sufficient?
banking, money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you want to see the power of the black dollar, let's get into banking. Let's create black unions in different places. Let's take control of our influence in music and in sports. Though I think we can do it as a people on a ground level, but as people on a ground level, it's just too many people to organize. If you do it at a higher up level, and do it from the top down. Because the thing is like, if you have, for instance, we were just talking about, if you have Jay-Z and Beyonce say, okay, we're going to take our billions and do this with it. And, or we're going to take our billions and create a black pharmaceutical infrastructure, you know, and this is what we're going to do. And all blacks, this is where you'll get your insurance from, and just hypothetically speaking, I don't know how we could actually do it, but if we did that, that would be something beneficial in the black community, and that's something that people would follow suit if they needed help. Right. Or let's say Jay-Z and Beyonce say, we're going to create a black basketball league, and there will be no more blacks in the NBA.
No. Yeah, boy.
That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen. They not gonna
Or let's say
They're
the
not
powers,
gonna
let's say the powers that be say, okay, we're all blacks are no longer going to create any music under Universal, Sony, none.
You see Suge Knight. You
Capitol Records.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, that would be.
We're not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And we're gonna peer pressure whoever does it to not do it. We'll use all of our millions and we'll level things out, and whoever needs money will help them.
Those are great ideas.
Yeah, just basically boycott everybody.
At that point, then we can use our influence and affect change. And on a the thing is with blacks, it's not that we can't organize. It's not the fact that we can't help each other. It's the fact that we're not taken seriously.
Yeah.
I got a question. So, at what point do this turn into segregation again?
and that's the hard part. That's the hard part. That's why I wouldn't say too much low level boycotting, because really you're just trying to send a message and to level up that way.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean there's also different things like let's say, you know, DEI programs and things like that they're taking away. You know, there's enough black people with enough black money to be able to replace whatever program they take away.
Right.
Facts.
But you also got to think about with the DEI program, it just don't hurt black people. It hurts women as well. So you got to think about those women that are in certain higher positions.
Absolutely.
And they've worked hard and worked and did it the right way to climb that corporate ladder. And to all of a sudden, yet I've been here maybe 10 plus years, and now I'm just at the cusp of like getting to that main top of the mountain. And then all of a sudden DEI comes in. Oh, you know what? Psst, we gonna cut that you out the door.
Well, I mean, you mean like the opposition of DEI?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Joy Reid, for example, Joy Reid, she lost her position at MSNBC.
Yeah.
She had her show was like she had a primetime show. So okay, so awesome. What if we had our own black news network that was just black, all black?
Yeah.
And not to say that white people can, because the thing is like if you go to HBCU, there are white people who go to HBCU.
Yeah.
Right. Not to say that it's not for them, but it's primarily for us. For us.
Everything is primarily for y'all.
Yeah, because I mean, we make rap, but they're white rappers, and there's things that and every white kid knows rap songs. So like, really, there's no difference. But you know, just to be able to do something like that, like I feel like those things would be able to send the right messages, affect change in the right areas. If I always felt like if there even on a local level, if we locally decided to do like not nationwide, I don't think nationwide is always going to work, and it's hard to get people across the entire nation to do something in a cohesive effort. But I do feel like if you do it locally and then you just expand from there, and that's why, like again, you know, like with Black Wall Street.
Yeah.
If we had, let's say we had a whole black town.
Yeah.
Not that white people can't live here, but when you go in places, there are black businesses, there are black, you know, and technically Gary is like that, but it's just not nice enough to be like that.
Man.
Yeah. I was going to say that Gary is full of black people.
Me being there and growing up there my whole entire life, all I can do is just imagine seeing pictures, listening to my elders, my mom, my uncle, cousins, family members, personal friends, and their elders, listening to them and how they describe Gary. Man, you would.
It's like the promised land.
Yeah, it for blacks. Yeah, it was the promised land, man. I mean,
it looked like it.
We
all
had
those big old buildings.
Broadway, man. Broadway was a place where you can literally go down there and shop with no problem, man. We had at the time we had a JCPenney's, we had a Macy's, we had a Walgreens. Right. Showing my age, this is when we had adventures down there. You can walk up and down Broadway with no problem, but then you had the steel mill, and you could see it literally clear as day as a bell.
Right.
And to see where it is now, man, it's heartbreaking, man. When I ride around that city and I gotta show my boys and just my daughters when they were growing up, I'm looking like, no, man, this ain't the city of Gary I grew up in.
Right.
Because we had a village, and the village we had was like our mall. I used to catch the bus to the village. Me and my boys go down there, man. had going in the Foot Locker, going to Champs, has place where we can go and buy our school clothes at. Go out in there, man, whatever else. Knew by 5 o'clock we had to get on a bus heading back to Door Mill or whatever else. Be said and done. It was good because on a Saturday, especially in the summertime, that was a spot to be at the Village because you had McDonald's, you had Burger King, you had all type of eatery spots around there. And then if you didn't want to be right there, you can literally just walk from there and go to the flea market that was literally right around the corner on right off of Taft in Cleveland. Boom, you go over there and be like, man, it was beautiful, but Gary is just it's heartbreaking, man. It really is. Yeah.
It's definitely glaring to see the differences and the changes and whatnot. And I mean, that's another podcast for another time on why it's that way and how to revive it. But there are ways. There are ways. There's 100% ways. Yeah, it's just you got to be in the. We just got to do it the right way, really, and not a cheap or temporary way. Yeah, and get out of each other's way. But where did you grow up?
Gary.
Oh, you grew up in Gary too?
I was born in Gary on Tyler Street, and then
yes, sir. That's the West Side.
Was there not very long in my life. I think my pops was also working at the steel mill, and then he was a technician. Working at Horseshoe for like a little over a decade, years. And he always worked very hard because he didn't want me or my brother or my cousins to like really delve too much into what the negative sides of Gary. So I think like somewhere between the age of 5 and 8, we moved to Maryville. So it was actually, I was driving like around here. I was like, man, there are old houses probably somewhere down the street. So we kind of picked up and moved around, and it was just because he wanted us to have and see better and really just be around. I feel like communal isn't the right word for it. Just more positive surroundings.
Right.
Because, we're here, but if you go too far down the street, there's just rows of broken down, abandoned buildings. That's not. It's history in its own sense, and maybe exposing somebody to that too young is not. I feel like that's more personal preference, and how you want to raise your family. Do you want to like have them see this so they can understand, or would you rather them kind of separate them and maybe revisit it at a different light when maybe they can receive it better, if that makes sense.
I resonate with that. My dad grew up in East St. Louis, Illinois, which is basically Gary 2.0.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's the same surroundings. It looks the same. It feels the same. And that's where he grew up. And I think around the time when Gary was getting bad, East St. Louis was already far gone. Wow. He lost his brother to not gang violence, but to violence. And that's what prompted his family to move to Michigan, where he met my mom. And that's where I grew up. And I've always had family in Gary. But I lived in Arizona and then ended up meeting somebody from Crown Point and then ended up coming here. So it's just kind of always been in the area. But yeah, I definitely understand what you mean, because I remember being a kid and being at home in my neighborhood. My neighborhood wasn't the greatest by any means, but it wasn't that. and when I knew what my downtown looked like in Kalamazoo, and then I knew what East St. Louis looked like, and it was different. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I get to see it, but then I get to go home.
Right.
Yeah. So it's a little different.
Right. Because what side of Chicago you grew up on?
Roseland, Southside.
Yeah. See. Yeah.
I mean, I loved my growing up, but I can't see like now is not the same.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's different.
And I do be feeling like as a parent, like I didn't walk every 2 seconds and see abandoned houses and stuff like that. So that do be getting to me, but
yeah, that's South Side of Chicago. Not all bad of South Side of Chicago is bad. Not all of it. It's just.
I mean, I feel like it's bad everywhere. I'm one of them people that feel like it's bad everywhere. Like, you gonna deal with what you gonna deal with. Like even if we was like in Maryville, right? That's literally 5 seconds away.
Yeah.
It's not like you're so invincible. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I just be like,
Yeah.
Well, today is the last day, as we're recording, the last day of Black History Month.
To them.
To them.
yeah.
You know what's funny?
Every day's Black History Month.
You know what's funny is this. I swore it was more days in February.
Well,
The whole leap year.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we're not in a leap year.
Yeah, well, I mean, it
So
just
you don't
felt
get that
like
extra day.
it was like, oh, it's a 27th. I'm thinking like, oh, I got 5 more days left in the month. No,
28, yeah.
not at all.
Over with.
It's over. It's done.
They say Black History Month.
Pack it up. But and it being the last day of Black History Month, is there anybody for you guys that kind of had maybe in Black history or maybe in your lives, culturally wise, that had a big impact on who you are as a person?
Well, I got to think about my comeback to make
You
comeback.
mean
That's fine.
like a famous person?
Just any Black influence that you've had in your life that
So, I don't remember what grade, but we had to do a project and we had to like invent something. It was called Invention Convention, something like that. And I had made money with Braille like on it for the
Really?
blind, right? And I had that like, I don't know why, but inventing something was like so like intriguing to me. But then my friend, she had made something for hair. And that's when we started learning about Madam C.J. Walker and stuff. And I was really like interested in her. Like, oh yeah, this lady was like that. So Madam C.J. Walker.
awesome.
I love that.
Man, I got so many. But one I can remember. Let's see here. Shout out to my old elementary school. Drew was out in Gary off of 21st Avenue. Miss my library teacher, Miss Singletary, she was big in my life. The reason why that I can be able to get out and talk in front of people and feel comfortable and not have any being nervous about it and just feel comfortable because I know exactly what I'm talking about. If you give me anything, it's because of her, because I can remember I think I had just got to the school and man, she seen something in me that I didn't even see within me. And man, I think at that time, man, I was making like straight A's, all type of like honor rolls and everything else. So she was like, Corey, do you wanna be an AV boy? I'm like, what the heck is an AV boy? And it was one of those people that, you know how like you would come into your classroom and you'll have a TV and the little VCR up in there, or you'll have like oh man, I'm really showing my age, but you have the projector. You got to pull down the screen. I would be the cat that would come to school early in the morning.
He was a teacher's pet.
With the key and unlock all that stuff and roll it down to each classroom and put it in there before you got to your classroom. I did that. And then she put me in my first school play. I was like in 6th grade. She put me in that. She helped me run for vice president. I didn't want to run for it. She told me, she was like, no, Corey, I think you'll be good for it. She helped me with a 6th grade project. I didn't want to do it. She's like, no, I think you should do it. And she took me around in the area taking picture of like trash and abandoned buildings in the city of Gary. And I think, matter of fact, I won first place in a science fair for that because of her. And then she also, it was some other kids that was doing like a audio vision thing. And this is at the time when we had those, y'all understand when you remember boys, we used to collect those basketball courts, tops, and everything else. And they was doing those, right? So they did something pretty cool. And they would have cards coming up like with the little glowing lights and everything else. But they couldn't pronounce most of the guys' names and everything else. And they wanted to do it kind of like how like when you see on the NBA when they doing the starting lineup and everything else. And they was like, man, we need somebody to do this. Like, why don't you get Corey to sit here and call out these names and say the starting lineups. And I was like, well, okay, cool. He's like, so I was like, how y'all want me to do it? He's like, man, I want you to do it like how when they introducing the Chicago Bulls. So I started doing it like that. And because of me, they won first place in their group. And I was like, that's pretty cool. So I was like, dang. And then as I got older, I got thinking, I was like, dang, I love Miss Singletary for that because I can get in front of people with no problem and speak to kids, adults, anybody with no problem, with no hesitation, without even being nervous. Just capture a room and you give me something to talk about and I know what I'm talking about, I could do it. And I ain't going to be nervous about what I'm talking about. So, yeah, shout out to you, Miss Singletary. I mean, I know it's years passed down the line and whatever else, but shout out to you, love you. Hey, thank you. Thank you.
She built you up to orchestrate.
Yeah, man. It's crazy. I didn't even know it. It was like, I think I got there in the third grade, and she just started building and building and building. And it's funny. I was talking to my brother about this stuff, and my brother was just like, man, he was like, that's your gift. He was like, that's your gift, and he was like, I seen that in you when we was in elementary. He's like, you didn't know it. I knew it. He's like, I was just wondering when the heck you was going to figure it out.
Just had to unlock it.
I was like, man, dude, I coach basketball. I just like mentoring kids. He was like, come on now. Come on, B. You know dang on well you like mentoring kids. You like talking to kids. That's your gift, man. I was like, hey, all right, bro. So, yeah, shout out to Miss Singletary, man. I love her for that, though.
That's awesome.
I really do, yeah. Yeah, she was big.
You still need some more time?
Oh, I'm ready.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So, the first official certified Black master chef in history, Derek M. Schuler. I met this man when I was in culinary school, and it was, for lack of a better word, I feel like life-changing is a very strong word, but that's kind of what it was. Because especially in Chicago, I feel like there's cultures and food on every corner, but I feel like there's not as much Black representation when it comes to fine or very fancy orchestrated food like that.
That's very true.
And of course,
that's very true.
To like, if you ever just want to like have a nice little laugh, look at like the criteria and the challenges it takes to be a certified master chef. They put you through the ringer, and he told stories too about how it just seemed like in certain spaces, you never know exactly who wants to believe or see you get there and who wants to gatekeep you, which is kind of, I think, a problem, even still in kitchens to this day, because it all looks like luxury white tablecloths. Cooking, I think, looks very sexy to people, but they're not really seeing the big picture, and you see all these big figureheads, and it's a predominantly, I think, maybe whites dominated as far as not so much. They're not the chefs in the kitchen; they just own the building.
Right.
So if you go back to the kitchen, you might not see a brother back there. There are some quote unquote Black celebrity chefs, and I use the term celebrity loosely because I believe in their ability and what they can do. There was that, and then my instructor in high school, Derek Bodley, very just beautiful person. Him and his partner Alan Bild, who they've been together for life, cooking and traveling together. I came into the Hammond Area Career Center. Go there, learn a trade for the first 3 hours of your school day or last 3 hours, whatever your schedule allows. And they really just kind of took me and molded me, right? They threw me into an advanced year class. I don't know how to cook, so I was just with people that probably took the first year lessons and probably knew how to hold a knife. I ain't know none of that. But they gave me Chef Derek too. He taught the first year class, but he said, if you would like to, and if you can handle it, I want you to take the first year assessment and also do this with your second year work. So it was basically me getting to, I did double the work, but I got to experience twice as much and learn it all really just quicker. And I think that nudge kind of really pushed me over the top. And I ended up like graduating at the top of my class with people who, you know, they knew more than I did in the beginning, but the mentorship that I got really made me feel like I could do and be more, for lack of a better word. Mm-hmm. And I took it and I rolled with it all the way through.
That's what's up, man.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good.
It's cool to see like how the influences kind of, you know, getting to know you guys. Like it fits. If yours fits, yours fits. It's I know we don't know each other too well, but that it fits. You know, I would have to say my external someone that I always have thought was extraordinary, being from Michigan, is Barry Gordy. Talk about somebody who just, you know, getting it out the mud, you know, and building an empire. Mm-hmm. It's something that still stands today, that has a legacy, that changed entertainment, that changed music. Mm-hmm. You know, to have, when you hear something that sounds like this, Barry Gordy's name is on it. Mm-hmm. It was the Motown sound. You know, and growing up in Michigan, you know, you can't escape that.
It's true.
You know, it's everywhere. I tell you, I watched that Temptations movie probably every day for
hey, that's a good movie, man.
10, 15 years.
So we watched it every day too.
Mm-hmm. So that would be definitely someone that I've always thought, you know, he gets some of the accolades, but he doesn't really get a lot of accolades like he did in maybe the 90s and 80s when we were closer to that time. Yeah. Because we're so far removed from Jim Crow in the 60s and what that music did to play a part in that. But my intern, as far as like someone who impacted my life quite a bit, you know, I left my home in Michigan when I was on my 18th birthday. Oh, wow. And moved to Arizona. So from that time on, I've been all alone. I don't you know, there's really not much that anyone that my family, you know, had, you know, wrapped their arms around me and taught me and developed me after that point. But my father did leave. He when it came time for me to be a man, like we knew that day I was to be a man that day. That was a set date. Everything was 18th birthday, do whatever you want to do. 18th birthday, move where you want to move. 18th birthday, pay all the bills you want to pay. You know, you be on your own. Either I kick you out or you move out, or however it's going to work. You know, not that he just pushed me out of the door, but I knew that by that time I had to have my shit together, and he did a really great job making sure that I understood how the world works. I say it all the time. You know, my dad, he didn't have a father in his life consistently. So him teaching me and my brother and my sisters how to be, he taught me how to be a man, black man in America, and how to be a man, because those are two totally different things.
Yes.
And he taught me how to be a good man for a woman. He taught me how to, when you get married, this is what you do. Now, did I follow it? Not always, but I knew right from wrong based off of that. Mm-hmm. And, you know, seeing my dad, you know, never get in any trouble, you know, always come home, always put food on the table, always provide, always be consistent, put me to work. We worked around the house. We built things around the house. We, you know, raked the grass, raked the leaves while everybody else was out playing. We were working. Wash the house. When I say wash the house, whatever you think wash the house is, we did it. You know, just all those things. And it instilled in me and my brother a really great work ethic. I like to think I'm a decent father, and that I come through for my baby. My brother, he's a good father. He comes through for all his kids. My sister is a missionary. She does her thing in that realm. And my other sister, she's just doing her thing. She's rocking out. She ain't causing no trouble. She does her thing. My sister Cece. So, that's really somebody that I've always, I don't talk about him a whole lot. I was actually hoping that he would be here to be on the show. He's supposed to be in town real soon. So hopefully, I get to get him around you guys and see it. It's so funny because I don't know. I always thought that I was charming. That nigga's charming. I don't let him meet my girlfriends or nothing. He gets to look in your eyes. I'm like, hey, no, dog. Oh, man, my dad is a monster. My dad. I thought I was cool, but my brother is way cooler than me. But my dad's just a whole nother level way cooler than me. Yeah. But I don't. Maybe it's my admiration of him, just because I look at my younger brother like he's my bigger brother for some reason, and my dad is like OG, but just cool dude, cool dude. So that's cool. I mean, and that's really when people look at me and look at the things that I've accomplished and how I move, how I'm always pushing to do things on my own. I get that from him. Like I watched him build a business from scratch twice in my life, with branding, with a following, with, and he's made a name for himself in so many different arenas, from rapping and being on tour with Ice Cube and them to my dad made himself a chef and opened up a barbecue business. I watched my dad open up a construction business that was successful. And I watched him build computers from scratch in his late 30s, early 40s. And I watched him become a nutritionist. Just the crazy, and he does it well. So that's where I get it from.
That's what I'm talking about.
The stereotype about black people just having 8 different LLCs is just, it's never going to go away.
Oh, no.
It's never going to go away.
Oh, no. Yeah. And I never thought that I would be that type of, I am that type of person. Like, you're literally sitting here because I'm that type of person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we come together because I'm that type of weirdo. It's just, always doing something.
You wake up, you're like, what if I monetize this?
Yeah. All the time. All the time.
Like that, man.
And let me see what else we got.
Yeah, I can understand all that, man. Your brain is always constantly thinking about what's the next step. What other stuff I got after this? What other stuff I got? Like I mean, for me, my wife always say, man, you got too many dang on talents that you ain't even tapping into, and I just be looking at her like, man, push it off. I'm like, man, I ain't got time for all that.
Yeah, it's weird how we all have talents that were things that we're really good at, and that's just like that's just something I do.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, like when you say far as like the cooking thing, here's a chef. Like me, I learned how to cook through my mom and my cousins them, just by getting in the kitchen. Never asked the question. I just sit there and watch. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that, and then I sit here and look at something on TV.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna try this, try that, and I'm good at following directions. If I see something, okay, I'm gonna try it this way. Oh, what did he do with that? I got it now, and that's good. I was good with like building my hands. Like I never thought I can learn how to build a door. I learned to do that when I moved to Wisconsin.
That is beautiful.
I'm like, oh, so this is how they build a door. Just simple measuring. Okay, cool. Learn how to build it up, frame it, everything. I was like, okay, I can do this now. No problem, man.
It's crazy the things that we unlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I was on to something with that money braille. I was like,
yeah, you were ready.
Ray Charles would have never got robbed if he would have been able to feel his money.
See?
That's crazy.
And think about it. If you tap right back into that right now, that's something that you could probably make into a business and you be
Somebody
shocked.
told me that they got special currency already. Is that false?
Something. I'm sure.
Something like that, but not.
It's special currency by you though.
Yeah.
Right. You said it's my own.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. It's probably out there, but it's not spoken about. It's not probably as big as it need to be for the blind. And you get to think about it because what was some of the things big that in that movie Ray Charles did. Like he said, I wear wooden shoes, so when I hit the corner,
Won't hurt his feet.
it won't hurt my feet. But if I hit a corner, I could tap. They let me know if I'm going through something open or if it's something closed.
Okay.
I got certain like colors sewn into my socks. Like this is the color B, so I know if it's brown or blue.
Ooh, okay.
You know, so I was watching the movie and I was looking at it that deep. I'm looking like, oh, that's how he learned his way around, and how he was telling her about this thing with the hummingbird, which you not hearing, I'm like literally hearing. And then when he told her, oh, I know how to get home, so many steps to this way, so many steps to that, I'm looking like, okay, cool. So you did think about it, like for the blind, for that right now, they got, walking sticks and they got the dogs and stuff like that, but think about it as that. But then not only top of that, innovation that now in football, they have stuff for people that are deaf.
Interesting.
When they put on a helmet, they have like a little dot that comes either over the cross of the eye right here, over the helmet, and it literally shows them the play.
Oh, that's awesome. That is beautiful.
I'm like, that's cool in a mug, man.
Yeah.
So somebody that's really good that can play quarterback, that like is decent.
That's amazing. I didn't even know we was there.
What as far as inventors, I always I hear George Washington Carver, and I hear Madam C.J. Walker. What were there? Can you guys?
Garrett A. Morgan.
What are they responsible?
Garrett A.
for?
Morgan invented the first. He invented the stoplight
Oh, okay.
that we have now.
Wow.
He invented the first gas mask. Benjamin Banneker. He invented the first almanac. He invented the first wooden clock. Let's see here. We have somebody that
LeBron James invented basketball.
don't you start. You know what? We gonna talk about it.
I'm terrible with names, but I know that the black gentleman who invented peanut butter.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, George Washington Carver.
Oh, that was him. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
George Washington Carver. We have somebody that
or
who you want to say?
he invented the doorknobs.
Oh yeah, we had somebody that invented doorknobs. I can't think of the name.
Osborne.
Ice cream is black man made that I learned recently. Ice cream, like the early concept of it to what it's become now. Arcade cabinets, which is a very interesting one.
Right.
Very cool.
It's a guy that it's a black guy.
The laundry basket, I think. So.
No, the guy that invented the Super Soaker.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's the guy that invented the Super Soaker, black guy. And do you know that the Model T Ford was not the first car invented? It was technically invented by a black man. An engine.
I've heard that before.
I'm not surprised actually.
I've heard that before.
That checks out.
Yeah.
You will not even know that. And that she wasn't an inventor, but Betsy Ross was one of the first women to literally fly around the world, not Amelia Earhart as they claim to be. You know what I'm saying? So
that's their story.
A black person invented menstrual pads.
yeah.
Really?
Oh, God bless.
Buffalo wings, black man.
Yeah.
You know I'm not surprised.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, man.
Hey,
Like,
hot
with some
wings.
What if we make these
So,
spicy?
Caller ID was made by a black woman.
Right. So
Oh, that's awesome. This why are you
Right.
playing on my phone?
Caller
That's
ID.
the
I don't
blackest things. The blackest of things.
know. I need to know who calling me.
and you
gotta figure
and you know
this
the
out.
crazy thing about all that is just that these are the things that they are not teaching in school and within the history books, because they don't want you to know about these black inventors or what someone black did on this day and this time, because they don't want you to know that.
They don't
Like,
want you to be inspired. They don't want you to know that you
Right.
can do that.
I pulled up some stuff, just inventors, and I was like, wow. So I was like, somebody black invented something with that happened to do with the washing machine. Somebody black invented something that happened to do with the lawnmower. I was like, wow. Like
Things that we use literally on a daily basis.
Yeah, like imagine not having a doorknob. Shout out to him.
you know, and it's just it is
The light switch,
Yeah, thank
Wow.
you. You know what I'm saying? Like
the traffic light. Like, what am I doing with no
important.
traffic lights?
On a controversial note, just because we're here, right?
Yeah, we're here.
We're here.
Chocolate City.
Are there any ones you would want to give back?
Any
what?
inventors?
Any black people?
any black people I would
Yeah,
want to get back?
Black people.
let's say there was a draft.
Or you can
Oh,
give
see,
some away.
you doing the Dave Chappelle stuff.
Well, I'm just saying. I'm
give
just
some
saying.
away. Let me
Hey,
think.
yo, bro. They can get y'all can have OJ back.
You think so?
Dang, you giving up OJ? Why? You think he did it?
If he did not get off, there would have been like a
Right.
riot. It would have been a problem.
At the time.
OJ,
Yes,
look,
yes.
At the
look,
time.
I ain't saying OJ did it, but he knows somebody who did it.
But he ain't trying
What
to
do you
go
think?
to jail.
What do you think we would get back for OJ?
Right, who we gonna trade? Who we get?
I don't know who I'd want to trade for OJ, if I'm being honest.
I don't think they would give us very much back. I think we would only get like cash considerations.
That's funny. Consideration.
I take the cash. You know what? No.
Just a thought.
Yeah,
Not-
but
not really.
just an exercise.
Can we get Black Wall Street back for OJ?
No.
No, that ain't
They're
big
not.
enough.
We can't get anything of like
That's a lie.
monetary value for OJ.
So we can't get that
I
back.
think for OJ we can get
Dang it.
Carrot Top.
Nah, Carrot Top, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think we could get in
Pete,
golf.
We could probably get Pete Rose.
So we're gonna get Pete Rose and they get OJ. Dang,
Yeah.
Well, he did bet on baseball, and then okay, all right, you know what I'm saying.
Either that or maybe like John B or something.
I trade
John B is funny,
OJ
actually.
for Jackie Chan. I'd take Jackie Chan.
You take Jackie Chan.
Yeah.
Do you think they would give us Jackie Chan
No.
for OJ?
No.
I don't think
it's not
Jackie
even
Chan
trade.
would allow that, first of all.
He said, "I am not."
He might not
Hey,
go for that one.
Are you trading the Wu-Tang Clan?
Ain't that with Old Dirty Bastard, right?
Yeah, ODB.
And okay, no, I'm not.
But for who? For what?
for the back the ain't nothing.
I mean, because think about it though, like
You give me the Beatles, I give you. You give me the Beatles.
No.
You don't think they'll do that?
no, I ain't taking the Beatles.
I don't want to
bro.
hear Yellow Submarine on repeat like that.
No. So,
Hey, okay. You give
Said
me
ABCD.
you give me Halls and Oats or
I do.
Hall and
enjoy
Oates.
them.
Hall and Oats.
I
You give me
do
Hall and
enjoy
Oats, and you can have
Hall
Wu-Tang.
and Oats, yeah.
You can have Wu-Tang for Hall and Oats.
I won't trade, but I do respect Hall and Oats. I do
okay,
like that.
so are you trading Tiger back to the Asian community, or we keeping Tiger Woods?
Tiger Hood.
Yeah,
But if you do, I don't know any other black golfer. If I'm being honest,
Well,
If I'm being
I'll give him
honest.
I'll give him Tiger if they give us Bruce Lee.
oh,
Bruce Lee was black. I don't care what he did.
Wait, so
I believe that.
all right. I'm catching up.
The way the black community poured into him in his movies, he black. I don't care what you tell me.
What do you think they want for
Definitely.
Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't want Jerry Seinfeld.
You don't want Jerry?
I don't think Jerry Seinfeld funny.
Jerry's cool though.
He cool, but I don't think he funny.
I don't want him because he's funny. I just want him because he's cool.
You just want him because he cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think.
Or maybe
Who if we give up Prince?
Oh,
I'm gonna need for Prince. You're gonna have to give me.
So he said we not giving up Prince.
I need money for Prince. I
Man,
need.
I ain't giving
You
up
need your
Prince.
40 acre young
I'm gonna need future draft picks for Prince.
Man, I ain't giving
Okay.
up. Man, look,
Future
Monetary
guarantees.
compensation is the only thing that can
Prince
equivalent.
is untouchable in my book. No.
You ain't giving him up.
I want if they give us Prince,
If we give up Prince.
or shoot, if we give up Prince, we trade Prince. I'd be comfortable trading Prince for all of
I'm nervous.
Elvis's discography and you got to give me Texas.
Interesting. Interesting.
You want the whole state of Texas?
I'll give you Prince for Texas.
Okay.
You can in perpetuity.
Okay, maybe.
So you giving up Michael too then?
I think with Michael's kind of like, you take your half, we'll take ours.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
He 50-50. He did his part.
Yeah, because I want I'll be there, Michael. I don't necessarily want I'm gonna put baby blanket out the window, Michael.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Because that baby ain't been the same.
You
since.
take your part, I'll take mine.
Who would you kick out the door for nothing?
Tyler Perry.
I knew it was coming. I was
Of course he
going
was gonna say that. He kicking Tyler out for real.
Tyler gotta go.
I think I'll take Tyler Perry.
Okay,
I'll
Tyler
take
or
I'll take a Weird Al for Tyler Perry.
Well, Weird Al is respect. I respect Weird Al. Man, he's a man of culture.
Well, now
Would you
over
ask?
Tyler Perry?
Yeah,
So would you keep Tyler Perry or Oprah?
Oprah.
Ooh.
You're gonna have to come way harder than that for Tyler Perry. Like the bar for him is so low.
I see. I know.
It's like
Oprah or Gayle King?
well,
Oprah.
I mean Tyler Perry or Gayle King?
Gayle King.
Did you know
That
that Gayle?
is a hard one.
Did you know Gayle King's going to space?
For no reason. Why? Did you
On SpaceX?
No one's ever been
It's
to space.
Jeff Bezos has a company that sends people into space. He's been out there before.
So this is just like a ride at Disney World, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, it's like it's a
Oh man.
it's an
I
all
really
women's
gotta
excursion.
keep my comments to myself.
I'm
about
saying
Jeff
it out loud.
Bezos.
Well, it's not so much about Jeff Bezos. I just don't understand why.
I can't say what I really want to say.
I think we know. I think I understand with Jeff Bezos. He's got fuck you money, so it is what it is.
Because you know what I really mean.
People who can make change but don't obviously annoy me.
Yeah.
All right.
He does, but not for anything of matter.
Yeah.
Hey, people, I just want to let y'all know I used to work for Amazon, and I'm not a big fan of Jeff Bezos. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, he runs it. He runs Amazon the way that Best Buy runs now.
Pretty much.
It's just like come in and we'll be the house for the third party.
Because thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that's the way I
It's
felt.
just a lot of third party companies working underneath one hub.
And that's the way I felt. I'm looking like,
From the
so
distributors to the drivers to the unions to everything.
I'm like, so we can't we could never unionize anything like that. And I'm looking like, so because when I started working, I was like, oh shit, I'm working for Amazon. I was like geek. And then after 2 months, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. Oh, I'm starting to get it. I don't fucking work for Amazon. I work for a fucking third party contractor that
Just sends
works
it out.
for Amazon that just sends the shit out. So
Because I sure was picking a lot of good stuff. I'm gonna need this. I need
yeah.
that. You know, Amazon ordered this.
And then what got me is I remember I was like, okay, it was like it was like right around when June just hit, and I was like going through my route. It was about like 1:00. I had 30 some stops, and people that's watching, I want y'all to get this misunderstanding and leading for Amazon drivers, because I know we kind of off topic here a little bit, but when we say that we don't go by the number of packages, we don't go by that. We go by the number of fucking stops. Okay, so I can have over 300 dang on packages on my route, but my route say I got 180 stops. That means I got 180 stops. Okay, and I remember it was one day. It was about like 2:00. I had 30 some stops left. I knocked those 30 stops out within like 30 minutes. Boom, was done. I'm done. I'm thinking I'm finna go back. Day is over with. Hey, Corey, can you go help this person? All right, yeah, I'll go help him. Took off maybe like 2 totes from him. That was about another 30 stops. Helped him out. Knocked that out. I'm thinking I'm done. Go help this person out. Go help this person out. Next thing you know, man, I look up, it's about 9:00 at fucking damn night. You know where the fuck I'm at? I'm out in fucking Hebron, where I can't see, and I'm looking like, you know what? At this point in time, I was just like, I'm just gonna hold on to this job because of my fucking family. And I was like, this is some bullshit. I should not be out here in this deep of a neck of neighborhood at this damn time of the night, 9 o'clock. A deer can run out at this. I gotta drive up to somebody's house. Not saying that if I just pull up right here and I walk up to your house and I see lights. No, I literally got to drive up to your house because that's how the roads are.
And you got to find the house.
Yes, I got to find the house.
Yeah, finding houses.
And it's dark as shit out there.
It's wild.
And that's what I'm saying. I
I
shouldn't be out there not like that. Because if I hit something or hit somebody, who's liable for that? Me.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I don't like him like that, man. Look, at a certain point in time, hey, look, cut it off. If they're not done with their route by a certain time, bring that shit back to the station. They got to finish that on top of whatever else they got.
But the difference is though, like, because I mean, I have experience working in partnership with a franchise, in partnership with a very Fortune 50 company, and you're running a third party. So in my experience, I worked for AT&T, with AT&T, that is. But I had my own company that partnered with AT&T and Costco, and we had like a 3-way agreement that my company would work and sell AT&T products representing AT&T and Costco. But at the end of the day, if I hire someone, their paychecks say my company. Right. So your paychecks didn't say Amazon. Your paycheck said something LLC. Right.
Yeah.
So Amazon don't give a fuck when you deliver what, because it ain't they trucks.
Yeah.
It ain't they products.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing. It's just whoever the third party is, they're using the service in order to be able to deliver.
Yeah.
And it's on that company to be able to determine, so.
Because when I deliver, I pull up in an Amazon truck. I may have an Amazon outfit on.
But you don't work for Amazon.
I don't work for Amazon.
I wore an AT&T shirt, but I didn't necessarily work for AT&T.
She can tell you better than I can. You remember when you had the pick? You know how them damn totes was, right? And how heavy them damn totes was. How many totes you had to stack up on the little cart?
4, 5, but it don't even like when you picking it out, most of the stuff don't say Amazon.
Exactly.
That's how I noticed, like, oh, this whole from somebody else.
And then on top of that, how many totes? I mean, how many like carts you would be bringing for like one truck?
So when I was picking, first of all, I'm lazy, so I was always the one. They was come to check on you. Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I'm chilling. But we would pick it out of the machine, like
Right.
they had the robots, coming through, and we was more so on like a time thing. An item time thing, like you got to get so many items by so many times.
You have a quota to hit.
Yeah, like you got to meet your quota, and if you don't, you need to go downstairs and talk to supervisor and all that stuff. So I didn't really like pick up nothing. I never did packaging, but I just picked.
Yeah, see, because like from hers is different. Like the one we had on 15th Avenue, they used to pick, put it in the tote, and the totes would be like 3 in a row on a cart, and then they had bring down 2 carts, and then they bring back another cart, and that third cart will be the oversized packages.
Yeah, but they upgraded it to where now you're not the one that's actually picking up these totes, but you got to pick up this big ass item out of this tote.
Yeah.
So
I hated it.
It's
But there's no regulation from the top down.
Yeah,
There's only you can only go so far as the. Right, they don't care. Big companies,
Man,
they don't care.
what else was we supposed to be talking about?
Look, you didn't talk about
The racial draft.
Oh,
yeah, cause you don't want Joe, huh? Jeff, you don't want him.
I ain't want OJ no more, man. Hey, look, OJ did this thing on the gridiron. OJ, he was the man of the people. Like I can remember the time where you had
Gridiron. Is Gridiron game about OJ?
No,
That's gridiron is what they call like football. The football field.
So I can remember when you had Bill Russell, Muhammad Ali, Lew Alcindor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but Lew Alcindor was at the time, and Jim Brown, right? and they asked OJ to come because at that time he was the most popular collegiate athlete sport player at the time, and he said no. And this was about them supporting Muhammad Ali because Muhammad Ali was getting, drafted to go to Vietnam, and he said no. But Jim Brown showed up, Bill Russell showed up, and Lou Alcindor showed up. But OJ didn't show up. OJ refused to go. So, okay, cool. But, all right, but he went, he got drafted. He played for USC. He got drafted by Buffalo Bills, did his thing. And then after a while, I want to say when he got after he retired, you start seeing him on CBS doing the commentary, and then after that's when you start seeing him in movies. And
superstar.
Yeah, and I can remember in '95. I can remember that I'm at school. No, I went at school. It was right around, I think, the time of the Olympics or something around there. Yeah,
The finals.
boom. I'm like, a Bronco. Yeah, this is just in. OJ Simpson. I'm looking like
I'd trade Diddy for Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler could be black too, honestly.
Yeah, I like him.
I think I'm a little bit more for Diddy.
for Adam Sandler.
For Diddy. I want more than Adam Sandler for Diddy. You're gonna have to give me Adam Sandler and Jim Carrey
Okay.
You know what?
for Diddy.
Okay.
For Diddy, you had to give me.
You don't have to give me a
Why?
lot.
Because we might miss a couple of hits.
You don't have to give me a lot because Diddy hasn't given us a whole lot in terms of like big, huge discography. He hasn't given us a whole bunch of people with a lot, but he has given us a lot.
A lot. Yeah, I see
like
what
you
you're
got
saying.
you got Mary J, you got Jodeci, you got 112, you got But even though their careers all lasted 3 albums max.
So I even do.
somehow.
Hey, I even do
Facts.
a twofer. So
Oh boy.
I'm gonna throw Diddy in there. I'm gonna throw R. Kelly in there,
Oof.
and then you got to give me Jim Carrey.
Okay.
You can give me, man.
You got to give me. You have to give if you're gonna take R. Kelly and Diddy, you're gonna have to give
That's
me.
a lot of music y'all taking away.
You're gonna have to give me because I need legacy. You're gonna have to give me Bill Clinton.
I take Bill.
I take Bill.
I take Bill.
You're gonna have to give me Bill.
I take Bill.
He was as scandalous as a black person, so
Yeah, I take
get
Bill.
it.
I mean,
If you take those
he took
two,
a shoe to the head.
you got to give me Bill. I'm gonna need Bill, and I'm thinking about Clive Davis, but I might settle for something less.
You know what?
What
Fuck
about
it.
Bobby Caldwell?
Oh,
Because I thought he was black until I saw the picture
Yeah.
of him.
You know what?
he's even got a black
Hey.
name.
Yeah.
Hey.
Bobby.
And low key, just if you gonna give me Willie Nelson too, just because Willie,
Yes.
Willie smoke, smoke weed like a black man.
That's a good 4-pack right there.
Yeah.
That's a good 4-pack right there. I think I could do that. I
Because
could do
Willie,
that.
Willie would sit there and smoke. Willie sit there and smoke Snooped up under the table. I'm looking like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So,
No females mean I trade no females.
I feel
Hey.
different about trading black women.
yeah,
I don't want to. I don't know if I really want to.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Get rid of Beyonce. Y'all can have
Oh, you
her.
know who? No, nah. We got to keep Beyonce. I'll keep Beyonce.
I'm keeping Beyonce.
You can have
But they can have.
What you gonna trade Beyonce for who?
What's
Taylor
her
Swift?
name? Before I butcher it and say
Hell
it wrong,
no.
Candace.
Oh, yeah, you
I
don't
can't
like her
stand
either.
her.
I can't figure out you don't like her either. So who you giving a B for who?
No, absolutely
Scarlett
not.
Johansson.
God, no,
What
no.
about
my God.
Adele, come on now.
I would have, Adele maybe.
I like Adele.
But not
Adele
even.
is beautiful.
Yeah, I like
great
Adele.
voice, great talent.
I
For Beyonce?
still wouldn't give her up for
Funny.
Beyonce.
For Beyonce?
To be fair, Adele probably sell out as much. I feel like more is fighting words, but she sell out her venue. She
Right.
performs. She
No, she can sing.
entertainer.
If you're gonna take Beyonce, you're gonna have to give me Adele, You're gonna have to give me Madonna.
We're being greedy. Hold on. We're being greedy.
Greedy with Madonna?
I think we're being greedy.
I want Adele and Madonna for Beyonce.
He want legacy, man.
I want legacy.
He want legacy.
I want for Adele. That's greedy.
I think so.
Let me.
No.
Okay, so let me.
agree.
So, if it's a black woman out there that owns something,
Right.
I mean that. Well, I'm talking about like an owner of something.
Yeah.
What black woman out there that owns something that you would give up for Jeannie Buss? Since you know Jeannie Buss is your number one. Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
You know who Jeannie Buss is,
I
right?
do not.
She owns the
Gets on
she owns
giggle.
she owns the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Jeez.
Yeah. She's. Yeah.
You can't think of one, can you?
Well, that's the problem. What do black women own?
That's a very fair point. Mm-hmm.
Don't Oprah Winfrey on her own.
I don't know if I would trade Oprah for.
I can't trade
Jeannie. You
Oprah.
can't trade Oprah for
I don't
Jeannie
think
Buss.
you can
It's
ever.
hard.
trade
I'm just saying.
Oprah.
You said what they own.
Yeah, well,
Give you-
Oprah owns some stuff, but outside of Oprah, it gets really bleak.
Which is probably the sad part. Like she's the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Would you give up? Let me see, a black woman. Would you give up Tiffany Haddish for anybody?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Easy.
Who?
Give me.
What's the Hillary Duff?
Yeah.
No.
Hillary Duff is a generational
I
talent.
would
I'm not gonna
definitely
lie.
give
Yeah.
Hillary Duff.
She might be
For sure.
the only childhood star I can think of that hasn't like had a catastrophe hit her life.
Yeah.
And she still looks like herself.
I give up Hillary Duff for what's her name? I like her right now. She's a hell of an actress.
Zendaya?
No.
She black. Oh, I was just say she black.
Allegedly.
Hey,
I'm claiming her. She's black.
Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld.
That name
Yeah.
sounds familiar.
She's the new Hawkeye.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you said give up. Who was it that you said Tiffany Haddish for Haley Steinfeld?
Yeah, I give up Tiffany
Okay.
Haddish. for
Okay.
her. Yeah.
I think I give up Tiffany Haddish for.
A Coke and a smile.
That's crazy.
No, I'm just playing. I like Tiffany. I'm just playing.
Nah, I'd probably give her up for who's that comedian that dated 50 Cent?
What? Monique? I mean,
You know
wait.
what I'm talking about.
I'm talking about Monique.
I was a white
Then look at
comedian that
Ava.
dated 50 Cent.
I almost said Sarah Silverman, but I feel like
Oh,
that's
he's talking about a
wrong.
white
Chelsea
person.
Handler.
Oh,
Chelsea. I like Sarah.
We
I
don't,
like Sarah Silverman,
need
though.
her. We don't need.
We don't need her. We don't need her.
I
But
like Sarah
Sarah
Silverman. though.
Silverman.
What's her
is
last
funny.
name? Handler?
Sarah Silverman is nasty.
Hold on.
Would you
right.
take wait? Would you take Sarah Silverman or Anne Hathaway?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway. Come on.
I could never let her go.
Hey, you know we're gonna get tore up for lusting over these white devils.
I sure was finna
Anne
say y'all going a
Hathaway
little
is-
too crazy now.
First of all, black women love Anne Hathaway too. She an angel.
Because
Yeah.
when I had looked up Chelsea
Hey.
Handler, y'all let her go.
Right, exactly.
Chill.
She ain't done nothing good.
Chelsea ain't all that. No.
I wouldn't give up Vivica A. Fox for her.
No. Well, I will tell you, I will gladly trade Candace Owens.
That's very funny.
I just don't like that she got a white
is
husband. Other than that, I don't know nothing about it.
Candace Owens. Who?
Candace Owens is the black woman who always goes up on every political platform and shits on black people.
Do she?
If I show you,
I know
her
that she
face,
was-
you'll know exactly who I'm talking about.
If you heard her voice before seeing a picture, you might assume she was not black.
Yeah.
You would probably assume that she was not of skin color.
Oh.
I seen her do an interview with Kanye West. That's
Oh, I like Candace.
No, we don't like Candace.
You don't like Candace. You should know.
You don't like Candace. I promise.
Candace, okay. You know what? Hey,
I promise you don't like Candace.
There are better choices, I
Hey.
would say.
I'm gonna
Okay, so Candace or Stacey Dash.
you can. Hey, Stacey Dash can go. Stacey Dash can go.
Candace has said more egregious things than Stacey
Yeah.
Dash.
Stacey Dash can go. And on top of that, y'all can have Taylor
Rooks.
You can have Taylor Rooks. You can.
Hey, if we get Michelle Beadle, I'll take Taylor Rooks.
I like Michelle Beadle.
Yep.
I like Michelle Beadle.
Either Michelle Beadle or what's the other one? The one that Jimmy was on.
Jimmy.
Jimmy Butler.
Is Is it a show?
Rachel Nichols?
Oh, Rachel Nichols.
Rachel Nichols.
Rachel
Is this a
Nichols.
Caucasian woman?
Yeah.
Well, we're trading out Candace Owens and them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rachel Nichols.
You can just give up Candace.
You get Rachel Nichols and
I let her go for free.
Oh, Rachel Nichols, and we can take back Molly Karam.
Yes,
Interesting.
Molly.
Interesting.
Molly is ethnic. She's
Yeah.
she's Middle Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on the Caucasian side, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Well, he is black. It's in his name, for being honest.
Schwarzenegger.
See, you got it.
You got it.
Oh God.
I would give him Wesley Snipes.
Oh, why ain't giving up West?
Please don't take Blade away from me.
We ain't giving up West, man.
Nah,
have
Blade
those
was
DVDs.
not. Yeah, I
We
didn't
ain't
even think
giving
about
up
Blade.
Wesley,
For
man.
kindergarten cop? Come on now.
We ain't giving up Wesley. No.
Okay, I'll give you another one.
I'm giving up West, man.
Booker T.
Well,
Which Booker T?
The wrestler.
I also love Booker
There's
T.
two Booker T's.
Man,
There's Booker T. Washington, who
Hey.
The one
is-
with the
man,
and then there's Booker T, the wrestler.
If my wife was here right now,
she smacked me.
Yeah,
But Arnold Schwarzenegger.
because you know how much she loved wrestling.
yeah.
Can't give up the 5x5. This is insane. This is insane.
You can't give up the Spinneroonie, man.
Yes, thank you.
For Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I mean, I just
For Conan? No,
I feel like we could give somebody else.
I can't get no.
I was all for it. Look, take
and she
him.
was like, yeah, take him.
You need to watch like a prime time. Oh my god, like Undisputed Era with Booker T, and you'll be like, okay, I do want to keep him.
I hate him on commercials.
I'll
That's
give
all I
it,
know him for.
You don't like Booker T?
for Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll give you
I would have gave up P Diddy for Arnold, if I'm being honest.
for Arnold.
Yeah, what you mean?
He said, I'm getting Arnold.
Y'all can have Drake.
No,
No, you can't have Drake.
Drake's not on our side anyway.
I'm about to
I know.
say,
Drake
Drake,
can't-
he
he
claimed
can't.
everything else.
We gonna take what he gives.
He's in the claim a half category, if anything.
That is
No, that's
hilarious.
not
He claiming his white half.
I don't know why it's so tough to figure out who I
flaunts
give
his
him
white
for.
half. He does it in a very, very white way, and don't care. He sued the whole thing. Like niggas ain't doing that. I'm cool. I'm gonna
I
take
give
what
him
I got.
Patrick Ewing.
Interesting.
I'll give you Patrick Ewing, and then I'll also throw in Clyde Drexler for Arnold Schwarzenegger. For Arnold Schwarzenegger. For Arnold Schwarzenegger. For Arnold. It's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Hell no, not Clyde the Glide.
You
Okay.
Ain't that what's called?
Okay.
That's
Okay.
Sam Jamma.
Okay. Patrick Ewing and Alexander O'Neal.
I do like
The singer?
Yes. No, Patrick Ewing and Kim. Because it's gotta hurt. It's gotta hurt. Kim.
Oh gosh.
Everybody knows.
K.E.M.?
K.E.M.
I love-
Patrick Ewing and Kim.
Have you heard Kim sing?
Yes. Yes. That's why I'm like, why you on? I need that.
You
need
know the
that.
one. You know
I need that.
for Arnold Schwarzenegger, Patrick Ewing and Kim.
I like Patrick Ewing though.
For what?
I like him at this point. Like,
You gonna
like
hey
him.
are you gonna so you went nah we can't give up Flavor Flav. We can't give up Flavor. We can't give up Foofy Foofy.
I don't think we can give up Flavor Flav.
nah.
I don't think they
like-
appreciate the value of Flavor Flav.
He's too iconic.
Yeah,
No,
he's-
I'm not giving up Flav.
Black Untouchables. That's a good one. Black
Okay.
Untouchables. Who? Just give me two, because there's four of us here. We should be able to come up with 8 Black Untouchables.
Babyface.
Oh, yep,
Okay.
yep,
Michael Jordan.
yeah,
Come on.
Why is he untouchable? Oh, well, I ain't.
yeah.
Serena Williams.
Serena Williams.
No,
What?
She's untouchable.
no.
Why not?
She's married to a white man.
All right, she's touchable.
Okay.
She switched up a little bit.
She is now, but in the beginning.
I just said, hey. What did Pac say? Raised by a woman, then raised by a woman. Yeah.
Okay, you right.
You know what I'm saying? We all.
Yeah, everybody wear black woman.
Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, he's now untouchable. Kendrick Lamar is now black untouchable.
He's officially a staple in the black
he's
community.
He's officially he gets a statute and
Our Mount Rushmore.
and yeah on the Black Mount
Honestly,
Rushmore.
Yeah.
You say Black Untouchable. So I said Michael Jordan. You said
Babyface Kendrick Lamar.
I'm gonna say Michael Jackson. For me, That's just for me.
I think if we're claiming our half, yes.
Okay. So
But they still get to claim that back half.
I don't like that.
Yeah,
No.
never mind. Leave him there.
Yeah.
Not the back half.
Who do I have?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Quincy Jones. They cannot have Quincy.
Oh, definitely rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's kind of if we keep Mike, we're not gonna give up Kobe.
Can't give up Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
They're a pair, actually.
Yeah, they're together.
Kobe. Can't give up Kobe.
I think if I had to come up with another one, let me think of it. Oh, Samuel L. Jackson. You cannot have.
Oh
him.
yeah, can't give up. Oh hell,
Legendary.
you can't give up Morgan Freeman.
Or Denzel. Them old men was working.
Queen Latifah?
You can't.
No,
give
no,
up.
She's not like
you can
a-
give him Queen Latifah.
She
For what she's doing on Equalizer, she can go. She can go.
I have not watched it for
Wait.
Have you?
so Queen Latifah or MC Light, who we keep it? Because I
MC Light. We'll keep MC
I
Light.
leave them
keep it
both like
MC
right
Light.
here.
Oh, actually,
All right.
actually, I don't know because MC Light made a whole song about dating underage boys.
What?
Yes.
So much coded music. I
No.
can't tell me the meaning.
No. She made a whole song about. I mean, I'll keep talking. I'll find it.
All right,
Not
so
MC
I
Light.
get to keep.
Yes.
I get to keep.
Support
Latifah.
the art, not the artist, or whatever they say.
No.
What else is on the agenda that we had up in the dang on thingy wing wing?
Just culture talk.
Just culture talk.
I do have one that was interesting on the subject of just giving away quote unquote bad black people. Have you guys seen the video of the black man who was like proudly marching at MAGA like parades? Then he got jumped. And then he went on the internet and it's like fully was still in support of them. I'm like, they just beat your ass on TV and you still just like hoorah. It was crazy to see that.
That's crazy.
I didn't watch the video. It looked like that episode of the Boondocks. He's like real life Tom. It was like that. It makes sense now, right? It was like that.
Yeah. So
let's do shows.
hold up. Now the video that I had sent you earlier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see it.
The video that I sent Swill earlier was a gentleman. He had came out of his house and his daughter had pulled up into the driveway and there were this was in Cleveland. There were 2 squad cars that came up behind his daughter, right? And basically he came out the house and he was like, hey, what's going on here? Trying to figure out what's going on. And he told his daughter, get out the car. And one officer got his gun already drawn. And he's like, what's going on? And the officer's like, get your ass over here, cussing at him and just, everything else. He's like, no, I'm not coming over there. What's going on? And the officer's not saying anything to him, whatever. So he kept saying, like, what's going on? He's like, this car that your daughter in is reported stolen. He's like, this car is not stolen. This car belongs to my daughter. And, him and the officer kept going, toe to toe. And then eventually he was like, I will come over there if you put your gun back in the holster. And the officer told him, no, I'm not putting my gun back in the holster. So you got one officer pointing the gun at him with 3 other officers standing behind him. And I'm looking like, so, okay, it's not playing out well. And he was like, I will come over there and talk to you if you put your gun back in the holster. Officer's like, no, I'm not putting my gun back in the holster. So he's like, no, I'm not coming back over there. So then from there, the officers is like, okay, you're under arrest. What am I under arrest for? What do they call it?
Obstruction of justice.
Obstruction of justice. He was like, I'm in my property. You're telling me that my daughter's car is registered stolen. So he eventually went over there and they handcuffed him. Daughter got out the car. She's videotaping the whole thing. And then officer comes up and talked to her. We got something that this car was road stolen. Daughter said, no, this car is not stolen because, yes, I did report this car stolen, but we went down to the police station and reported to them that we found the car, and this car was taken off, saying that it was not stolen. So basically, they didn't check with their people to make sure, but in their system, it's saying the car is stolen. But the daughter had already went down there and said, no, the car is not stolen. We got it back and everything else. But in their system, the car is stolen. So her dad basically got arrested for nothing. And then at the same time, though, the cop is not like trying to talk to this 19-year-old girl. She's like, I'm scared. I'm shaking. And he's not trying to console her at no point in time to tell her like, okay, ma'am, I get it. You're scared. You understand this and that. He's just still talking to her like, well, no, this car is stolen, this and that. And I'm like, that's the type of stuff I'm talking about right there.
Yeah.
You know, this is a young black lady.
Right.
And you're a white officer. You could at least told her, it's like, okay, look, let's calm down. Let's sit here. Let's talk. I need you to listen to exactly what I'm saying so I can hear exactly what you're saying. I see you're just shaking. I see that you're a little nervous and that this is all new to you. So why don't we just calm down, relax, and then once I got her calm, then I can talk to her. But he never seemed like he tried to calm her down.
I don't think that they really trained him on that.
Yeah, and that's the problem that I don't like, because I know one of the things is, me and my wife was talking about is that you have officers out here that are not trained for, let's say, incidents like a kid that is, say, autism. And they can be out here doing their own little simple thing, but an officer can walk up on them and thinking that they're doing something wrong. And, some kids that are, or people that are autistic don't like to be touched.
Right.
And can touch them and can set them off like that. And, they could put their hands over their ears and say, everything's too loud and this and that. And then you touch them and then they freak out. And then all of a sudden, quit resisting and stuff. Like, you got to train these people on these things, man. I understand that, yeah, you're a police officer, but yet you also got to look at the human side of it too, man. Everybody is not out here bad, and everybody's out here not a criminal, man.
Or scheming.
Yeah, and make it make sense. Like, if it's 3 of y'all and it's 2 of us, somebody needs to be going to research and see what's the name in the car. And
Thank you.
So we can figure this out. Like,
Yeah.
It was
that's the part I don't like. Like, you studied.
So you had one pointing the gun,
And then
you had 3 of them standing behind this officer pointing the gun. Didn't nobody try to get in the car and be like, hey, hold on. Let me double check that. Look this up. Hey, you know what? Hey, this car is not registered.
Or even if it is stolen, where's the registration?
Right.
Can I see the name? Can I see your ID? As opposed to drop down and
exactly. Could have been like, hey, hold up, let me check. Hey, you know what? Here's her license and all this. They could have been like, hey, ma'am, can I see your driver's license, this and that, yada yada. Let me check. Hey, you know what? She did go down there. It was reported stolen. But now it's not reported stolen, but on our end, it's still short of stolen. Okay.
they about to sue.
Yeah. I think next week what we could do is talk a little bit more about the evolution of the relationship with police.
Yeah.
With black people.
Because it's a love-hate.
It's a love-hate. And it's what's funny.
That's a documentary. That's a docu-series right there.
It is. And it's funny because these pictures I just got, right? And I just there was a gentleman in Griffith that was selling them. And he was like, hey, meet me at the police station. And a friend of mine is a police officer. Him and I were linking up to talk about some pod stuff earlier that morning. He's a white guy. But he's a pretty decent, pretty cool guy. I definitely enjoy talking to him, hanging out with him, stuff like that. His wife's black, but he is a conservative.
Love that for him.
He just has a very different perspective on things, which is cool. But we're riding together. He's listening to Rick Ross, and it's just different. But I told him, I was like, hey man, I got about an hour, got to head to. He was like, why don't I drive you? And I'm like, okay. And he was like, yeah, I'll drive you because we're going to police station. Don't worry, I got you. I'm like, okay. He gets it. But it's just funny the relationship we have. If I hadn't have met him and gotten to know him, I would still be deathly afraid of police officers.
Yeah, it is crazy. Like we even scared to go to the station to stand outside. We scared to go come out and get us.
And I was just picking up pictures and buying something, you know. But you mentioned the gentleman who was walking with Maggie and got beat up. Have you guys noticed a lot of the you fucked around and now you found outs lately?
Yeah.
I don't see them actively, regretting it, but I hear they're in the ether.
Yeah. And I don't think that's a racial thing so much about, just the administration that's come in and whatnot. It's not like all black people voted for Kamala. I know there's a little bit on both sides, but just there's a lot of regret with whites, Mexicans, and blacks, about what's going on. And they're like, oh shit, we didn't think it would be like this.
Yeah.
The Hispanic community is just the most astounding to me.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean deport these Mexicans? You are also Mexican. I don't understand. Like, I'm happy that you assimilated and you got a blue collar job, but like, you can't just take half of the population away.
The man got the phone like this. Put it tunt. You deport me, I'll be back next week.
You know that they got town halls going around right now, and you got Republicans that voted for this fool. They going off.
Yeah.
Like, this is not what we voted for.
There are people who are losing their jobs right now who voted for Trump.
Yeah.
They going hard, man.
Yeah, and it's not like
as they should. That choice you got.
it's not like I'm anti-Trump or anything like that. Like I understand both sides of politics and things like that. But I do also understand what unraveling of government looks like, and I do also understand where there may be missteps and things like that, and where there's people who don't deserve to lose their jobs and different things like that. And I do feel for people who trusted in someone and helped someone get into office, and then they lose their job. Like that's gonna suck regardless of if Kamala came in and said that I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and that for black people, and then she gets in, and then all of a sudden we're losing things like immediately, and she's just like, that would suck.
Yeah,
it would suck, and then and the egg would be on our face. So I don't want to throw eggs, but just it's gonna suck either way. It sucks for them right now.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. Also, what I want to do next week, I want to do a movie championship.
A movie championship.
A black movie championship.
Okay.
I'm thinking we're gonna have to do it one game.
Yeah.
One little fun thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Cornell. So, like, where do you like work at, and then tell us a little bit about like where you working at, and like what type of food and stuff you make, and that type of stuff.
If you don't mind. If you don't mind.
So the world is my kitchen, for lack of a better word. During the pandemic, things kind of shut down. I was a catering chef working at the Chicago Bears Stadium, and there was no work. So I kind of created work out of necessity and also just to keep myself busy, because I'm a workaholic at heart. I don't like being still for too long. It's hard for me. But I was selling like take-home dinners and meal kits, make your own pasta, here's some soup, heat it up, you got lunch, things like that. And then a colleague that I had been communicating with throughout the pandemic, just as things were shut down, his name is Edgar Ramon. He's the former owner of Chamba Life, which is a dining experience that is formed around having cannabis-infused courses.
Okay.
So we had been talking, and he was like, yeah, we finally have like an event date in mind, and we'd love to have you come on. Like, it was basically like, do you want to do this or do you want to do this? And I had never really been in that type of environment, serving my own food, making the menus, and just really having the entire forefront on things, and just having a space to create for really the full picture of it. So I did that. It went great. Then it happened a couple more times. And next thing I know, like I'm doing private catering. So I talk to the people or the clients find me, or it's a recommendation, or now you can find me anywhere. Social media, my personal website, you type in private chef, Indiana, Michigan, Chicago, Midwest, more than likely you'll see my name somewhere within the top probably 5 listings. And
That's a flex.
No, that's what's up.
That's a flex.
I don't know, man.
I work very hard to make sure that I'm accessible because, you know, I don't take it lightly, you know, and I feel like other people don't fully see it in the light that I do. You know, you are hiring a stranger to come into your house, assumably around family, loved ones, friends, whoever that, and they're going to cook for you, you know, in your space. Like, you should be curious about them, right? And I'll never forget this. Very early in my private chefing career, I've been cooking for over a decade now. I've been private chefing for a little over 5 years. So very early on, a gentleman, he reached out to me and he said these words. He said, you know, let me tell you something. I don't know you. You don't know me. How about we do this? And I carry that with me now. And I've invested so much time into everything that I've created so that I can be, if that ever happens again, it'll be, well, I don't know you, but you can find out anything you need to know about me. It's all there. I've been in write-ups. I have accolades. I partner with local businesses. If you go to Michigan and you want to stay at a nice lodge, Bluefish Vacation Home Rentals, you stay there, they will call me and say, you can have Chef Cornelius come and cater for you and your stay, whatever the case may be. I do anything from a grad party to hopefully a wedding one day. So I I work very hard at the private chefing career. And it's a different space for me as well, going from being in a kitchen still to now I just really like to travel and meet new people and, you know, I make good food and hope that they like it. That's really what life has been like me in this new career. And I'm very fortunate to say that I've been able to do this for as long as I have. Because, you know, in the beginning, like leaving a very comfy job in the middle of a pandemic, which was also, you know, cherry on top, you know, it was very hard in the beginning. Like I remember just long nights, like staring at my emails, sometimes, you know, getting very emotional and I'm like breaking down into tears. I'm like, I need something to come through. It was like that. And now I'm kind of at a point where I have to pick and choose who I can take care of. And that makes me feel almost as bad. Like
that's amazing.
I want to be able to meet people and really cater to as many as I can. Like I've done as much as 2 catered parties in one day. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work.
Yeah, especially if they got 2 different menus.
So you're eventually trying to get to that point where you have like a staff with you as well, right?
I have a team. I have people that I regularly bring in and out for events if it's too extreme for me to do myself. Like if I say somewhere between 8 and 10 people, I might still try to do it myself, but I should have somebody else there with me. Great story. Just over this past weekend, sometimes I bring my fiance at the house. I'm like, you and I do that. Come cook with me. And that's also a big deal for me too, because I feel good that I can instruct somebody to do something that looks very extreme when you see the finished product and kind of teach them and guide them to make it for a complete stranger. I feel like that's a very good thing. Sidebar, at the end of the day, if I wasn't doing this, I would be teaching food. That's kind of like my end goal, for lack of a better word. But no, she came and we had a great evening. And the party, they loved everything. It was 2 birthdays, beautiful group. And there was an incident that, like, in, you know, a former light, it probably would have made me panic on site. I forgot a specific tote of tools. One very important, we serve creme brulee for the dessert. I ain't got no sugar top and I need sugar to burn on the creme brulee. I'm like, so I just literally, like, I said, come here, take the keys. I need you to go home, go get this and come back. She said, well, it's almost, I said, I got it. I said, I got it. I need you to go and get this because I will refuse to serve creme brulee with no caramel topping again. I can't do that to them.
I got you.
So it comes down to having decisions like that. And thankfully, you know, I'm very mindful to people's time. You know, at most an experience is anywhere from an hour to 2-3 hours. Seems kind of long, but it depends on how much food we're having, what's the style of it. And, you know, if you have somewhere to be, like some people, anniversaries, they're like, we want to have food, then we got to go.
Right.
So I try to make sure that everything is as on cue as possible. And, you know, things like that, as much as I try to minimize them, they happen, and trying to handle them and manage them is, I think, a very important part of it. Like, it was a set dinner time, so I said, you know what? I talked to the host and said, listen, let me decorate the table for y'all. And I don't advertise that. That is just something that I usually do for people because, you know, people spend a lot of money to have a private caterer come to the house and literally take care of you. It's you need to be there to open the door for me, and then you can sit down. You can sit down. You can hang out and enjoy your party, enjoy your guests.
That's got to be amazing.
Okay.
You can actually host, go downstairs, play games, drink, do what you got to do. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you when the food is ready, and we go through it. We will have a course menu. I talk about all the food, so it's a nice learning experience. And, you know, it's not like going to a restaurant, there's no wall. You can see me, you can sit at the counter. I've had people sit so close, to get so close, it turns into a cooking lesson. I'm right here trying to, you know, sear a piece of fish. This lady's in my face like, so what's that? It happens like that. And, you know, probably you wouldn't think it right away. I'm very introverted, but when I'm in a group of people or in a setting like that, like, I come to life. It's not fake. It's real. I just sometimes I'm like, I want to be home. But at the same time, if you're here and I see you and we're talking, like we're gonna have a connection here. Mm-hmm. So I want you to. I always want people to understand, like, you know, I'm a chef, but at the same time, like, I'm a person. You can ask me questions about food. I'll tell you the recipe. I don't care. I'll tell you what I got. I'll tell you what I got it. Like it's no top secret. You might not be, you can't make it like I make it, but I can walk you through the steps and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a very special thing for me to be able to say that somebody paid X amount of dollars and had me take care of them and their people, whether it was a birthday, graduation, anniversary, like wedding proposals is a big one. Like I was in somebody's kitchen making sushi, and I helped him propose to his now like wife. That's beautiful. I'm a part of moments like that. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah,
I take none of it for granted because I truly didn't think I would, you know, take cooking this far. You know, and many times, because it's not the most luxurious job in the beginning, you might see all the celebrity chefs, and this person has the restaurant, they're opening their fifth one, or Bobby Flay, things like that. You know, all that takes time, and a lot of time of, you know, making maybe $8 to $12 now these days for a decade. That's a big commitment. Mm-hmm. I agree that, you know, hard working, you know, go through and, you know, what did they say? Get your ropes in, get your reps in, for lack of a better word. Mm-hmm. But, you know, I think that it's not the best, especially in today's economy. And at a certain point, I felt to myself that, and what was very interesting to me thinking about it, my friends and my team and my superiors, they also had conversations, or they would say to me directly, like, I'm surprised you're still here.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm just like, I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah. Somebody said something to me that the other day. They're like, man, you're really doing this podcasting thing. And I'm like, what else did you think I would do?
Yeah, like I'm supposed to stop.
Yeah. Like, I'm surprised. He's like, I'm not surprised because I know you get down, but like, you're still really doing it. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
To tie it into Black culture, nice little segue here. I remember, it was very hard to explain what I do to friends and family in Gary. If I tell them a number, like how much I charge or how much somebody paid me, it would just be like an immediate scoff, like a sour face. The face would curdle, like, that couldn't be me. And I'm just, I want to say that I understand, but I also, they don't understand.
They don't understand.
Which is like the big dilemma. I can't explain to you that I'm about to go grocery shop, make this menu, do all this physical work, travel, like tons of labor, and then cook for you and clean up afterwards like I was never there. Like it is very hard to explain that to somebody who may have never really
owned their own business or had to work on their own.
That like entrepreneurship, paying for other things, that kind of labor,
and people who cook too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I
mean, if you had grandmama do that, that's great. But she probably would have sat down after she put the first plate out.
Yeah,
we got at least 2-3 more.
Yeah,
we got a couple of waves of things happening, and I remember hearing so much like, you can't serve this out here. You can't do these things in this area.
Whatever.
There's a market everywhere.
And to be fair, I have not actually had a client in Gary. I've had the least amount of clients in Indiana. I can count them on 2 hands, maybe 5. I'm always in
Chicago.
Michigan, Chicago, Illinois, Will DuPont County. And for me to, come from Tyler Street, I'm in places where somebody might follow my car. They say, "Do you live here?" So I always make sure my car is clean when I go out there. But it's been a very eye-opening thing for me to see these different communities and these people and how they treat me and the service that I offer and how much they value me and just my time to, come out to them. I have people that have been with me for years that they really are just like family.
Yeah.
You say you want to see me every year for Christmas Eve, I'll be there. Like it means so much more to me that you decided to call me back. You probably could have went and found anybody else you wanted to, but you specifically chose me, and that makes me feel great about what I did, because I always tell people it's 50% food, 50% entertainment.
Yeah.
Some people like a chef that doesn't talk, they just do their thing and then they leave. But I think people are more receptive to somebody with energy and excitement, and they want them to talk to them about what's happening. The food is icing on the cake. You're going to have a great meal, but we're going to laugh. We're going to really get into some stuff. We're going to be raunchy. You're at home. You ain't got to wear socks if you don't want to. It's just be there to eat. I only have 2 rules when I do this. I will go wherever you need me to, as long as 1, I am safe, and then 2, you pay me. That's it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, bro.
Whatever else happens, like that's between you and your group. I'm gonna serve this food, and then I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it, bro. Trust me.
Yep.
We gonna link up. Don't worry about it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know how to cook. Don't get me wrong. I get out there on the grill and I throw down. But yeah, we gonna link up. So if it's days, I just be like, man, I don't even feel like cooking. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Cornelius, hey, you know what, bro? Check this out, man. Hey, I need a steak for my wife. Yeah, you got it. You know how to make gumbo?
I do know how to make gumbo. I used to be a chef at a Cajun restaurant.
Oh yeah.
Boom. Yeah. You say nothing.
Boom.
Yep.
Boom. You say nothing. We gonna link up, bro.
I'll send you down the rabbit hole. I'll just like send you my Instagram or something.
Yeah, and hey, we'll make sure that we plug your socials and everything, and that we do it right too, so that people can reach out and whatnot. I mean, this isn't the biggest platform in the world, obviously, but at the same time, you know,
conversations, absolutely,
yeah. But this was fun, man. Definitely like to have you on whenever you got time. Whenever you got time,
we'll make it happen.
This is something
I know
we
you're
do.
Around now.
Yeah. This, where are you? If you are you around here?
Valparaiso.
Oh, so you okay? Perfect.
Yeah. And then next time you come through, man, maybe you can bring some whatever little dish that you normally make. Just a little sample.
Have you ever had homemade sourdough bread?
No.
So this is I'm giving away too much information right now.
Yeah.
So every dinner, for the most part, I don't advertise this. Again, I like to have things organically kind of appear in front of people. I make a homemade sourdough bread that is made from a decade-plus old starter.
Oh, wow.
So bread at the store, it's got preservatives, it's made with manufactured yeast. It's not that. Starter is a living bacteria that makes the bread bulk and form a loaf. It takes time. It's also like a child. You have to feed it, literally, or die.
Like every day, right?
Every day, or you can put it in the fridge to kind of like slow it down. So whenever I'm not baking, I'll put it in there and I'll pull it out, feed it, and I can just go right to town.
Yeah.
Well, he can't have bread.
Oh no, it's fine. We'll figure that out.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we'll figure it because of keto. No. We'll figure that out.
It's good. It's good bread. It's better.
It's good
for
bread.
You.
This. I know about some sourdough.
Right on you on a keto diet, brother?
No, mind your business. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
It's good for keto. Like what actually makes me happy. People that are on celiac, it will not irritate them as much as like manufactured by engineered gluten because it's natural.
Yeah, I got you.
It's all just water, flour, some salt, and thyme. There's nothing else coming from Uncle Ben's factory.
Bet. Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll bring butter too because I know black people need butter. I do too.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't need no butter.
Okay.
I need something else to dip it in, like some type of little sesame seed oil.
I need some fancy.
You know what I'm saying? We good. Okay.
I got you.
All right.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us on this audio adventure. As always, like, subscribe. We're going to make sure we plug the socials and different things like that. We are now available on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. So look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you for coming in. Coach Ayor, as always, we appreciate you. Thank you. It was a vibe. It was real. This is the panel. They call me Swill, and we will see you guys very, very soon.
Yes, sir.
Have a good night,
Coach gonna coach.
Yes, sir.
Always good to be back.